Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends, for the rest of the year. I think we're going to do. This week we'll do the rest of the year so we can all get a sneak peek into November and December. And so we're going to start with an oracle deck, the Quantum Oracle. And I think that we'll start with a couple of cards for energies to see what sort of energies will be floating about in the next couple of months. And then we'll throw some tarot at it, get a little bit of detail for you. So for the rest of the year, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Thank you so much for the ways you love this channel. Thank you so much for your bookings of your private reads over this last time that I've had this sale, which is over now, by the way. So thank you for all of your patronage. I appreciate you. All right, here we go. So something you're going to be back and forth on. You know what? I think you're trying to pull out of an old vibration. Over the next couple of months, I feel you're going to, take it for what it's worth. It could be November, December, or November, December. Take it as it's resonating. But we have victim mentality and we have going back and forth. It to me feels like right away that somebody's trying to pull out of an old vibration. And I want to say that your old vibration is probably this victim mentality. But understand that if you're trying to pull out of that vibration, but you're still hanging around with the same 5 friends who are in this victim mentality, you're not going to be able to pull out of that vibration. It takes a lot. You can't keep going back and forth. Like I feel like some days you feel strong and other days you feel like you can't do it. But I feel as though in the next couple of months, it's going to be you pulling yourself out of vibrations where you no longer feel welcome or where you no longer feel akin. Like, it's like when you date somebody for years or you're married for years and then you see that person, 4 or 5 years later and you're like, ooh, what the heck was I thinking? Right? But it's like, because you're in a new vibration now, you understand that the old vibration is no longer attractive to you. And that's how you know when you've moved on, when you've really hit the new vibration, is when you've moved on. So I think that somebody here is struggling, going back and forth. And this could be, when I say back and forth in the victim mentality, I think that whatever's keeping you stuck to your past that's unhealthy for you, whether that's food or a relationship or person or a job, I feel like you're trying to find the courage to move forward, go past it. And I feel like this is the old vibration. And you're going back and forth. It feels like you're going back and forth with, but I really should let them back in. I want to try again. To, no, I can't do this anymore. It feels like you're going back and forth. Or if it's a job, it's like you're in your comfortably polished rut. And you don't really want to find a new job, but maybe you've been looking on the internet sometimes. Like it feels like going in and out of a vibration. All right. Tell me about the rest of the year for Taurus, please. The rest of 2023, Taurus. Wow. So for some of you, you are finding love. Love is finding you, I'll say. And this is the thing. For some of you, if you can't pull out of this old vibration, it may not happen for you because everything happens in divine timing and your divine timing is different from everyone else's. Why? Because you're learning lessons at a different rate or speed than everyone else. Quicker, slower. Maybe you have to do it a couple times to understand the cycles. And it feels like all of this, like because you're going back and forth in and out of this vibration, and it might be an old relationship you're done with, but you're really attracted to them and you don't want to leave them and you can't imagine that somebody's not taking care of them. You know what I mean? That kind of energy for those of you who love in that way, the doting way. Yeah, it's time to cut yourself free from that old vibration. Yeah, for sure. And it feels like the old vibration keeps calling you back. And I think it's going to be a struggle for you to pull away out of an old job, an old relationship. And maybe it's someone that you don't really even see on a regular basis. But maybe it is someone who strikes a fire in your heart when you see them, right? Very attracted to them. And they make you want to be fun and free. And you know what I mean? It's like an escape from your actual life, from your real life. So we've got the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands on the top. And then we have the Seven of Wands. We've got the Death card here. And the Seven of Pentacles. Oh my. So you're going out with a bang. You are. It looks like it. There is something that is about to happen in the next 2 months, my friend. Oof. It's about to happen to the Empress, so that might be you. And just because you're a Libra or a Taurus, it doesn't mean you're the Empress. This is a person with wisdom. This person has learnt a lot of lessons. They know why the Queen of Wands acts why she does. They know why the Queen of Cups acts why she does. It's a knowledge thing. It's a wisdom thing. I feel like there's going to be some sort of... Oh, Taurus. It almost feels like a knock at the door at midnight on New Year's Eve because somebody wants a kiss. That's what it feels like. There is something that's being revealed to the Empress, something that you've been thinking about obsessively over and over and over again. I'm not saying you're going to have to wait until midnight on December 31st, but what I'm saying is that's kind of the energy it's giving me. Of someone coming in gallantly. But it could be someone that you already know who hasn't given you much stability in the past. It feels like someone's had a change of heart. All right, well, that just got my blood moving. Okay, let's clarify a little bit. What are you back and forth on, Taurus? What can you not make a decision about? Because it feels like you are rocking back and forth here. The thing is that you're free to go. Look at this person. You know, they feel like they're tied down, but they're not. The knowledge is right here, right? It's right here. And there is a, what do you call that? A timer, a sand timer on top of the books. It feels like anxiety. I'm running out of time. Oh my God. Like, relax. You're not running out of time, first of all, but I feel like it does take time. It takes time to completely slip out of this negative mindset. And I think it's because you're hanging out with some negative Nancy's. I'm just going to say, you're hanging out with people who are in the victim mentality. And so it calls to you because that's where all your loved ones are, your bestie, friends of friends, the group you were hanging out with. I feel like it's those people. Like you want to go back into that vibration, but you can't anymore, because if you do, you're telling the universe that you want what's back there, which means you'll never move forward, which means please understand that you're the one holding you back. If you can't disconnect yourself from this thing going back and forth. We've got the High Priestess. You know you have to do it, my friend. You got to pull away. And it's scary. It is scary to pull away. But the universe is holding its ground here on this on this Lover's card. It's like, the universe is like, come on, you have to make a decision. We're holding our ground. We're waiting. It's like if you knew that the person that was your person was standing outside the door and someone said, hey, go answer the door. Of course you'd answer the door. The universe wants you to answer the door. The universe is like, get out of that. Get out of this thing here, because we're waiting to give you the beautiful blessings you've been waiting for. And we can't. We got to wait. We got to wait on you. I think that the universe is waiting on you to give some sort of a signal that you're ready to pull out of this victim mentality. And like I said, I don't think you're in the victim mentality at all. And I think you're struggling to pull out of a group who's in the victim mentality. They're keeping you in this vibration and therefore keeping you from something really beautiful and wonderful. So we have the High Priestess and we have the King of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. Interesting. Your gut's been telling you it's time to take inspired action. It's time to take inspired action, but the Five of Cups is in the way. See, it feels like some place that you know you have to leave. You know that you're no longer in the vibration of the people who party all night, barely work all day, work, eat, party, right? I feel like it, and I'm sure for most of you, it's not that at all, not that scenario. But I'm going to say that you're struggling to pull out of a group of people because you know it's going to make you sad. You know that you're going to miss them. But I want to say that your gut has been nagging at you. And I want to say that mostly you remain silent when you're in this group because it feels like you have very different ideas of what life is about now. You have a clarity about what you want to do. And I feel like you're being stifled in this group. And the King of Wands is being presented here because, come on, hello, you got to take inspired action, my friend. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to have fire in the chart, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You could have Pisces, you could have fire in the chart, but I feel like it's almost like the King of Wands is like, I feel bad that I can't completely, I want to completely leave, but what am I leaving in the past? So it's somebody who's trying to get out of an old vibration. I think you'll make it out. And I want you to know that the universe is on standby, waiting here with the Seven of Wands and the Lovers, waiting on standby, waiting for you to make the decision to pull out of the old vibration so they can reward you with a soulmate who is in the new vibration. And that's why hanging on is so very dangerous. It can really put you back a long time, right? We have the Six of Swords. And so the universe wants you to move on. Yeah, wants you to move on. Take your swords, take all the lessons you learned and go. Got the Tower. There it is. It's in the future, but it's showing up here. It's like the universe is going to have to notify you with a Tower. So understand that you're on a path, and you must stay on the path in order to complete the mission that you intended to complete while you're here. The universe is forcing change. Because you won't change, the universe is forcing change. It could be forcing change on someone who's like, but that's my soulmate. But that's my soulmate. But really, it might have been the label that you put on their forehead. And the universe is like, nah, brah, that's not your soulmate. You need to move on from that. We have the Devil, because it's not good for you. Yeah. You're seduced by a group of people. And I don't mean literally, but I think the idea of them is seductive. Partying, having fun, flirting, going out. You know, I feel like it's some sort of seduction. It's like a seduction of either material things. Maybe you hang out with a bunch of people who are very wealthy and you have the benefits of that. Or maybe it's physical pleasures. Maybe it's that. But I think that ultimately what it is that you're living in fear of not making a change, but you don't know how to make the change. So I think that that in the next couple of months, the universe is forcing change. So if you're not making the decision, then the universe is going to come in and end something so something else can begin. Whenever we see the major arcana in the reading, those are things that you cannot change. Those are coming at you. All you can do is react and respond at that point. And, you know, both of those are up to you. So we have the Devil and the Tower. Look, when the Tower falls and the Devil is here, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, and it's also breaking down the doubt that you had in yourself, breaking you away from things you were bonded to. It's getting out of the cage. Yeah, getting out of the cage. And so I feel like with you pulling out of this old vibration, I feel like you're also setting off another stream of consciousness that you know nothing about at this point. Knight of Swords and the Death card. There is some sort of communication. It feels like somebody is going to be arriving soon, busting into your life. You didn't expect them. I feel like this person is someone that, for some of you, you may not want to hear from this individual. You may have already had an ending with them. Scorpio energy is here. We also have Capricorn. Scorpio again, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and Pisces. Got Gemini energy here as well. Conversation that's going to transform something. What is this? The Three of Pentacles. There is a friend coming in. Someone that you already know who's in the Pentacle world. Three of Pentacles is about friendship, knowing a friend of a friend, being on their team, they're on your team, you maybe work with this person. It's about the Pentacle life. It's having a little bit of stability. It's also, though, that you're probably in situations with them where you're doing most of the work and they're watching. So they could be a supervisor. I feel like somebody who you're no longer speaking with that is a friend. I feel like this person is about to bust into your life. The Fool is here. So this is not someone that you have dated. This is someone who is a friend and a soulmate. I feel like this is the one that the universe has on reserve for you. That's what it feels like. We have the Knight of Cups. It is a romantic connection. there is going to be some transformational communication here, I believe. Somebody is coming in, is going to show up in your life in a very surprising, a shocking, or an abrupt way. And it's going to cause a transformation in how we think. Somebody's had a change of mind, but it's going to change the way we speak to each other. Somebody's also had a change of heart, because the transformation is here for the King of Cups, the Fool, and the Three of Pentacles. What's transforming? We're no longer going to be friends. It's likely someone is coming in with a romantic feeling for you and they want a new beginning, but there's a conversation here, because here's the message. Here's the message. Somebody coming in, and this is sometime across the next couple of months, my friends. Although this Page of Wands is the one that tells me that this is coming soon. For some of you, you're already at that point. I feel like if it's kind of going to come up in the next couple of months, I feel like you're on the precipice. But understand that precipice could be a place where you're still trying to pull out of the old vibration. And I feel as soon as you do sever yourself from the old vibration, that's when all of this starts to happen. So you're all on different timelines and you're all going to catch on at a different time, right? So the Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles being throwing the seeds of intention and watching them grow, nurturing them. It's very interesting here because we have 6 pentacles here and we have 1 on the ground. That's the Ace, right? So somebody here is growing with intention. Intention to begin again, to start again, or to share their pentacle with somebody else, someone that they hope they can give reciprocity to. I feel like somebody like this is going to be communicating with you. Look at that. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune is coming up so often in the last couple of weeks, since just over this period of, I find the last couple of weeks of October. So November is when you hit it. Yeah, is when you hit the jackpot. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So I feel like for some of you, I just said hit the jackpot. So listen, if you're the person who likes to buy a scratch ticket now and then, it might not be a bad idea in the next couple of months, to do that. I'm not saying that you should gamble. I'm not saying condone it, but I do know that there are places where you can go and buy a $1 ticket and you can win millions. And if that's the shot in the dark, the $1 probably won't break you. But please, I'm not condoning any gambling. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And so things are becoming very clear. Things are changing very much by the end of the year. I believe this is the end of the year because with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a card that is connected with Jupiter. That's why I call Jupiter, right? I call Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, because I don't only want to know about love, Venus, but I also want to know about your abundance. So we talk about the card that is Jupiter, which is in your sign right now, retrograding. It's causing you to look inside and see where you are abundant, looking over the self, right? But December 31st, Jupiter is still in retrograde. January 1st, it goes direct. So it feels like something big is coming by the end of the year. Yeah. We have the 9 of Swords, and you already feel it, I think. You already feel it, and you're worrying about it. Ooh, look at that. For some of you, someone is going to show up at your door at 10 to midnight saying, could I have a kiss at midnight? I'm just saying, I've been known to be a little bit of psychic, so watch out for it. It feels like that. Or maybe you get the text at midnight. Maybe it's not as dramatic as someone showing up at your door if they're too far away, right? But I feel like there's a big decision that's to be made before this year ends. And I think that big decision has to do with romance. It has to do with a new beginning and possibly a friendship that's turning to love. All right, Taurus, we're going to go into the extension. We are going to talk about how you can get out of this, finally cut your way away from this victim mentality group. Because like I said, I don't think it's you. I think you're struggling to leave some people behind that are not willing to follow you into the new vibration. We'll talk about why you're there, and we'll talk about how to get you out of there. I really do feel like this is the universe telling us what their plan is. Their plan is to make sure that you stay on track by giving you a tower and breaking down all the toxic things that are not for you. You're moving away from those things. The 6 of Swords is out here, down here. And we're definitely going to talk about this because I think this is where things change. And this feels like it's probably the end of November, beginning of December, because this feels like we're being told the Wheel of Fortune. This is the end of December. So this is the end of November. still in the month of November. So we're going to go and we're going to talk about all of that. If you want to come there, that's where we're going to be. We're going to talk about that too. You've got confidence. Oh, confidence of the Queen of Swords. There's a conversation coming up, but you know what? You got to keep it good. Look. Temperance is here saying, watch your words. Be honest, but be kind. And the Nine of Pentacles is you're confident enough to take all of this on. Oh, there's something else here. Oh, we've got the Ten of Wands. You are about to throw down some burdens. It's a burden throwdown. Yep. Because somebody has walked away from something because they know that you're the Two Cups. They've walked away from the Eight. They're no longer settling. All right, let's go into the extended. I will see you there if that's where you want to be. Oh, yes, and all this stuff on the bottom of the deck. We have so much to talk about. Okay, I'll be there if you want to be there. There's a link in the description below this video. It's the first link in the description. See you there if that's where you'd like to be. Love you guys. I'm out for now, and see you soon. Bye-bye.